Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of Let's Move Austin, episode 12, here with Teresa Bastion. Hello, Teresa.
Hello, everybody.
The lovely Teresa Bastion.
Thanks, Chris.
Of course. Loving the shirt today. The shirt's amazing.
Trying to, make it pop.
That is a great color on you.
Thank you.
All right. We are talking about back to school because at the time of the airing of this show, we have recently gone back to school. So talk to me about seasonality. Like, how does the real estate market get impacted or affected by when school happens and starts and all that?
Yeah, absolutely. In some cases,
okay.
As in most things real estate, Chris, it's not, you can paint everything in real estate with the same answer. So
sure. Yeah.
I know it sounds like a cop-out to say it depends, It depends. But I'd like to go over a couple reasons, how to determine if your purchase or listing is going to be impacted by seasonality.
Got it. Okay, good.
All right. So number one, look around the neighborhood you're trying to buy a house in or sell a house in. If it's crawling with kids that are school age, there's a good chance you're going to be impacted by seasonality around the school year.
Yeah.
Okay. And in Austin, where I live, it's crawling with kids. And it is, to a certain extent, impacted by seasonality of the school year.
If you said, so define impacted.
Okay. So also, I will say even within that subgroup of a neighborhood that's crawling with kids being impacted, then even more so the larger homes. So still a 3-2 single story, that may not be as impacted, but you start getting to, 3,000 square feet, these really large houses.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be purchased by someone with a family. Those family members are probably going to be some school-age children. And it's no parent's idea of a good time to be packing their entire household and moving while the kids are in school.
Got it. Okay.
So that's what I mean really by impacted is the preferable time to move a large family, if you could choose the time, would be generally over the summer.
Right. So impacted could be if you're a seller, if you're thinking of selling and you have kids, right? Your lifestyle is going to be impacted because your kids are going to be off to school. You're going to have showings where you have to clean stuff up and get the house ready to show and just chaos maybe.
Right. You just can't be like, send the kids to grandma's for 3 weeks and get it sold.
Right. So there's more to manage if you're selling.
And if you're planning to sell your home, and it's let's say 3,000 square foot home, the ideal time to put it on the market would be more towards May. So that the buyers who want that large home there are more of them shopping. They want to be moved in by the time school starts.
Right.
So you're going to put your home on the market and get the most buyer interest earlier, not in September and October.
Okay. Well, this is what's interesting to me is like, well, wait a minute, Teresa, you're a real estate salesperson and you're telling me that maybe I should wait until May, even though I've been thinking about doing it now. Like, is there a case to be made for putting my house on the market in the fall?
Absolutely.
It depends.
Depending on the house.
It depends.
And I'm not going to lie. The best time to put a very large home in a suburban, family kind of crawling neighborhood is not September. I'm going to tell you that to your face.
Yeah.
Now, there's always extenuating circumstances. If you're getting job transferred, if you're getting divorced, you probably don't want to hang out till May.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you are asking my honest opinion and you live on my block, I'm going to recommend you're going to make more money in general if you wait till after the holidays. Not till May, but after the holiday season.
Okay.
And I'm going to be straight. Now, I have a client that just contacted me about listing his home. He lives in a more urban area of Austin.
Sure.
It's a smaller home. There's no reason for him to hold off. We're going to list his home in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because the likely buyer pool for his home is not a family that's dependent on the school season.
Right.
So you have to really look at what the property is and who's the likely buyer.
Got it.
The other factor is there competition for this home? Are there other 3,000 square feet homes on the market right now? Sometimes if everybody else got kind of spooked and their house is not on the market, you might be the only one on the market. And there might be a family that has got a job transfer into Austin.
Sure.
Desperate to find a large home.
Yeah.
Boom, there's one on the market in a good neighborhood, sold.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
So it does depend. I have to do the analysis of it, and I enjoy doing that. And what I enjoy even more is when my client also desires that level of detail, and we can really talk about the pros and cons and why I'm advising the way I am, and hear from them. And we jointly make a decision of when is the best time to market and what is the best price to market at.
Yeah. So I mean, that's so good, because the bottom line is it starts with a conversation. Like, you've just got to talk through what are life circumstances, what are you trying to accomplish? I mean, all of that's going to dictate when is the best time for you to actually put your house on the market.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So let's talk about buyers for a minute. How does it impact? So school starts up. How does that impact me as a buyer?
Well, great question. And I would say it probably impacts more on the buyer side, because we are still in a situation in Austin where we are battling multiple offers many times. Not every house is a multiple offer like it was, say, 2-3 years ago.
Right.
But I have one client right now, we've been in multiples 4 times.
Wow.
So, you know what we've decided is just to hold off and wait, because we have a feeling we're competing against people with kids who are in a frenzy to land the address they need for the right school before school starts. My client happens to not have kids, but he wants to be in one of those neighborhoods because he believes that's where the equity is going to be the fastest growing.
Right. Interesting. Cool.
So we are just going to take a cool it unless, the holy grail of homes appears. But that's kind of our strategy, is just to wait, because we feel there will be a little bit of less buyer activity in his price range and his neighborhood choice after school year starts.
I like it. You're so strategic. I like that. I dig that about you.
I like that part of real estate.
Yeah, so good. Well, I think because look, I mean, a lot of people, we've been in this industry for a long time. A lot of people will just say, oh, it's always a great time to buy, or, oh, it's always a great time to sell. It's like, well, I mean, it depends, right?
I mean, it's generally, you can pretty much guarantee, I'm going to say, it's almost always a better time to buy than rent.
Yeah.
If those are your two choices.
Yeah.
But if it's buy the house I need to be in for this school that I've already identified for my kids, then there's nuances that sometimes are override the knee-jerk reaction.
That's the whole point. Like, there's more to it than just it's a good time to buy and sell. The answer is it depends, and then my answer to what it depends on is a conversation. Like, you tell me what you're trying to do, and I'll give you strategy. Love that.
It's one other point I'd like to make on that. It's so important. And I just had this conversation. A couple of my girlfriends were over and we were having a little pool party on Saturday. And there were a couple of people that were like friends of friends. So I had not met them yet. And one of them is in the market for her first home. They just are starting to think they're ready, she and her husband. And we had a long conversation about just how important it is to trust who you're working with. Now, I didn't go into like, well, what's your price range? Where do you want to be? And I'm not trying to close her. I'm just trying to put a couple tools in her toolbox. So if she's ready, she'll know what questions to ask. Because if you don't trust the realtor you're working with and they're saying, no, it's okay to sell now, or it's you should wait till October, or whatever they're saying, if you don't really believe them and you're just going to go to Google and get some generic answer that's not tailor-made for your situation, what's the point of hiring a professional? Right. You can, the conventional wisdom is December's always the worst month in real estate. But I personally, 3 Decembers in my career have been my biggest months ever.
Yeah.
So there's obviously people that buy and sell in December.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I love it. I love it. The moral of the story for me in this episode, right, is well, the moral of the story is it depends. And right. So whatever your question is, right? What should I wear today? Pants or shorts? Well, it depends. Should I buy right now or sorry now? Well, it depends. Like, and you can't answer that. There's no blog post that's going to answer that for you. Like, right. Even this podcast episode can't answer that for you. Only a conversation is really going to drill down into what you're trying to do.
Right. And I hope that the message comes across, it's real estate is local.
Yeah.
And hyper local when you come down to the real nitty gritty of making these decisions. Right. You could be in Austin in a suburban neighborhood like Circle C. You can be in Austin in, a high-rise condo downtown. The same factors and rationale do not
Right.
hold true between the two of what you should do when. Yeah.
You're smart. I like
I
it. I like it. Well, Teresa, if people want to reach out to you about their particular unique circumstance, regardless of whatever season it is, like what's the best way to get a hold of you?
I won't push you. Real estate is not an impulse buy.
Yeah, right. What's the best way to reach you?
You can just call me, 512-297-3442. That's also, you can text me there, or you can email me. I think Chris is going to put my number across the bottom of the screen. And I'm always open to having a conversation. It's always best to, get a plan working before you're in an emergency situation in real estate.
For sure. Make sure you guys check out her website as well. letsmoveaustin.com. It's a great website for people in Austin about real estate.
And for all those parents who, like me, sometimes work from home, or who always work from home, happy back to school. I know we're all thankful for those right now.
Yes, I know, right? I know it's about to happen.
Schedule.
Yes. Okay, good. Awesome. Teresa, thanks for a great episode, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.